I do not dispute that case po kasi sinasabi lang noon hindi kinakailangan magbayad ng attorney's fee, hindi kinakailangan magpirmahan. Pero
Mr. Chair, that
itong
was not
kasi
a question.
ito,
That was the manifestation.
Wait.
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Point of order, Mr.
Apo.
Chair. Point of order,
Chairman,
Mr. Chair.
point of
Apo,
order.
Wala mo nang... This chair is speaking. Okay,
Wait.
what's the pleasure of Congressman Adiong?
That was a manifestation, Mr. Chair. It wasn't a question.
So, no...
So with all due respect po to Secretary Roque, whom I still respect, I do not need any response. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Joint Chairs, let me go back a little bit because there seems to be some concerns that have yet to be addressed fully by this committee. And this is in relation to the meeting that took place between Lucky South 99 and Chairman Altenco. The meeting that happened in the presence of the former Secretary Harry Roque. Mr. Chair, I have clarifications. Maybe go deeper into that and maybe go a bit in details, Mr. Chair, because I think personally I have some issues that I need personally to be clarified with. So, Mr. Chair, before I ask these questions, may I know from the Joint Chairs, do you allot time limit for each of the members who wish to ask question? Because in the previous meetings, Mr. Chair, I happened to
Yes, still we have like 5 minutes, Congressman Adiong.
5 minutes, then we can ask for an additional
Extension.
extension. Thank
As a
you.
matter of fact, we have just like a few representatives who wanted to ask questions, but most likely we will be extending it.
Thank you.
Depends on the question that you'll be asking. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now, I know these questions have already been asked to former Secretary Roque, but allow me, Mr. Chair, to further clarify the details that happened in that particular meeting. Mr. Chair, Attorney Roque, magandang umaga po. Yes,
good
you
morning,
mentioned...
Mr. Chair.
Magandang umaga po. You mentioned po in the previous committee hearing that some of the officers or officials of Whirlwind Company and perhaps the Lucky South 99 do not and cannot speak English. Am I correct?
Yung pong pagkakaintindi ko, hindi lang po sa Lucky South, pero sa karamihan po ng mga Pogo. Kasi sila po talaga nagpapatakbo noong electronic casino na binobroadcast sa China. Kaya rin po, nagkakaroon nga sila ng mga Pogo hubs para
Yes.
hindi na sila makahulubi
Yes,
po.
yes, Mr. Chair. If I may be, if I may request Secretary Roque to just answer this representation with yes or no, kasi natanong naman. So yes, I took that as a yes. No? So would you know, Mr. Chair, Secretary Roque, does Cassandra Leong, the representative of Lucky South 99, know? Can she speak English and understand English?
Well, ang pagkakakilala ko po kay Cassandra, siya po ay marunong mag-Chinese, nag-aral po sa China, at siya nga po ay translator para dito sa mga Lucky South.
So she pwede po siyang magsalita ng Tagalog or English, no?
Opo.
Opo. So that does mean that Ms. Cassandra Ong can communicate directly with the Chairman Altenco or PAGCOR?
Po, pwede po.
Pwede. So ibig sabihin po, hindi na ho kailangan, Mr. Chair, that Cassandra Ong does not necessarily need your assistance to go to PAGCOR and have that meeting in relation to the RERs that they need to pay. Am I correct?
Kailangan po kasi nung mga panahon na yon, ang representante ng Lucky South sa PAGCOR ay si Mr. Dennis Cunanan.
Okay. So let me ask you, Secretary, Mr. Chair, how did you meet Cassandra Ong?
Okay.
And
Gaya
when
ng-
was this and where was this meeting happen?
Oo, natapos na po yung eleksyon, bumalik na po ako sa pribadong buhay at ako po ay promoting renewable energy projects. Isa po sa pinopromote ko talaga ay yung Sogod Power sa Cebu at kung hindi po ako nagkakamali, na-meet ko po ang isang representative ng kumpanya ni Cassandra Hong sa isang forum ng renewable energy. At linapitan po ako na meron silang interest kasi doon sa forum po yon na nanindigan ako na contrary to the position of many individuals, ang renewable energy, ang solar po ay po pwedeng 100% foreign owned.
Okay.
So, yun po yung konteksto na namit ko po ang kumpanya ni Kasiok.
Yeah, so when did you first discuss with Miss Cassandra Ong about going to about you going with her to Pagcor? When and where did this happen?
Ay, sa same month of July na po, no? Kasi ang palaging kausap ko ay isang CEO ng kumpanya ni Kasiong na hindi naman po nasa Pilipinas, na lumilipad, umaalis. Mukhang MBA type of person po, kaya nga hindi kami nagtagumpay na makakuha ng investment sa kanila, no? So si Kasiong po ay ang alam ko empleyado lang talaga ng Whirlwind, no? At bago pa nga nalaman ko na nadispalkohan yung
So,
Lucky
Mr. Chair,
South.
sorry po. Yes. So ano po?
So
gusto
mga
ko lang
July
po
lang po. July
Yes.
din po. Same
So-
month po of July.
So si Kasiong is the Cassandra Ong that you're mentioning.
Opo,
no?
opo.
Okay.
Siya po yun, Mr.
So
Chair.
when this first meeting, did she I presume there were subsequent meetings happened, 'di ba? Because the first time that you met, sabi mo nga hindi siya connected with the Pagcor license. Am I correct, no?
Opo, iba
Tama.
po yung
So
representative.
when did the Cassandra Ong approach you and discuss to you about the Pogo and maybe perhaps to accompany her, as you claim you represent the leasing, in this case Whirlwind Company? When did it happen?
Buwan na rin po ng July. Doon po niya sinangguni sa akin na nalaman lang nila dahil nakatanggap na sila ng sulat po sa Pagcor na naniningil ang Pagcor.
Would you know, Mr. Chair, Secretary, would you know kung saan ito nangyari?
Yung pagmi-meeting po
Yes
namin?
po, yung pag-approach niya po sa inyo.
Oo, humingi po sila ng meeting sa isang restaurant dito po sa Resorts World.
So she specifically requested you to go with her to Pagcor?
Well, ang sabi lang po niya, may problema kami. Ang totoo po niya, ng unang sangguni is, pwede bang idemanda si Dennis Cunanan? I'm sorry to have to say this dahil kilala ko rin po si Dennis Cunanan. No? Ang sabi ko, kumuha ka rin ng ibang abogado kasi kakilala ko si Dennis Cunanan, ang mga anak namin magkaklase from K to 12 at kapitbahay ko pa. So ang sabi ko na lang is, well, humanap kayo ng ibang abogado pero ang solution naman sa problema mo, pwede naman humingi ng rescheduling of payment dyan sa pagkakautang po.
So, ang response po nyo dun sa request niya, I presume is, sabi mo nga, sumama ho kayo sa kanya, no, dun sa meeting na yon. So, gusto ko lang po on record, Mr. Chair, what was the exact response that you gave her when she approached you about these problems of hers?
Well, ang pag-contact po niya sa akin is anong gagawin? Kasi na-dispalkohan daw yung kanilang lessee na Lucky South, no? So, ang gusto niya is legal action. Ang sabi ko, hanap po kayo ng ibang abogado kasi kakilala ko po yung rinireklamo ninyo, no? At masama dahil kapitbahay ko pa. So, ang sabi ko, baka matutulungan ko naman kayo na magkaroon ng rescheduling of payment dahil pumapayag naman ang mga gobyerno sa rescheduling of payment, lalo na kung hindi naman talaga consistently masama ang payment record.
So, at this time, when you met her and asked you, Mr. Chair, Secretary Roque, of these perhaps legal advices, were you already employed by Whirlwind Company?
Hindi pa po. Kasi po, nag-iinganyo nga po ako sa kanila na mamuhunan po sa mga energy projects. So wala pa po kaming professional relationship. It was more of, I wanted them to invest in an energy project po.
Okay. So, fast forward po tayo na claim nyo naman po at na-narrate nyo na nga po na you confirmed that you were present during that meeting with
Opo.
Chairman Tenco, no?
Opo.
Yeah, okay. So, sino pong tumawag? Who called Chairman Tenco or Pagcor to arrange this meeting?
Well, ang sekretary ko po ang nag-arrange ng meeting matapos po na nalaman namin na ang pagre-reschedule ng payment is a board decision.
So, your secretary arranged this meeting when you were still not employed by Whirlwind Company?
Well, by that time po, opo, parang accommodation ko lang po sa Whirlwind. At that time po, wala kaming professional relationship other than patuloy ko pong iniingganyo sila na mamuhunan dun sa energy project.
So gusto ko lang pong malinawan dito, Mr. Chair, si Kaskasi Ong approach you, you do not have any legal or professional relationship with her and told you about her problems with Mr. Dennis Cunanan, and you were not employed at that time during this meeting by WEW Company, and yet you extended the effort of contacting PAGCOR to set up that meeting. Am I correct?
Tama po yun, dahil nga po iniingganyo ko sila na mamuhunan sa proyekto. So parang that's a show of good faith po.
Matanong ko lang po, bakit po nyo nagawa yun?
Dahil gusto ko po talagang magkaroon ng relasyon sa Whirlwind na sila po yung mamuhunan dun sa mga energy projects na pinupush ko.
Okay. Would you confirm this, Chairman Tenko, that the meeting that was that took place among you was arranged or requested by the Secretary of Attorney Roque?
Magandang umaga po, Congressman Adiong. Yes, on the week prior to July 26, the office of former Secretary Roque got in touch with my office, and they were requesting for a meeting if it was possible for former Secretary Roque to meet me.
So you confirm.
I confirm.
Yeah, okay, sige.
Congressman.
Secretary, at the time of you and Cassandra's meeting with the Chairman Altenco, alam ko naman on record na sabi dito, but I just want you to confirm, how much was Lucky South's payables to PAGCOR?
Well, ang pagkakaalala ko po ay $500,000 po.
And would you know what these payables are for?
Actually, hindi ko po alam kung ano talaga yung nature ng payment. Ang alam ko lang na dispalkuhan, di umano, yung kanilang kliyente na Lucky South, and may demand letter yung PAGCOR na magbayad.
Okay, so so did you tell Cassandra Ong, since sobrang bait nyo naman, in-approach na po kayo, at tinulungan nyo po siyang magkaroon ng meeting with Secretary Chairman Tenko, and this is even prior to your prior to the hiring ng as legal agent at legal representation ng Whirlwind. Nasabi niyo po ba how would you be able to, for the Lucky Strike to be able to settle these problems with PAGCOR, their problems with PAGCOR?
Well, ang sabi ko po, pwede naman humingi ng rescheduling of payment. Pwede naman nabayaran ng gives yung pagkakautang at pumapayag naman po ang mga korporasyon dyan.
So nasabi din yung po pa, Secretary Roque, that they need to pay these RERs to PAGCOR in order for them to renew their license?
Well, yun nga po ang concern nila kasi nagulat sila na may pagkakautang sila at syempre, pag nagkaroon ng pagkakautang yung kanilang kliyente, pwedeng malagay sa alanganin yung kanilang lisensya.
So how did, Mr. Chairs, how did Lucky South 99 respond to that advice of yours?
Hindi po ako nagbigay ng advice sa Lucky South. Alam na po ni Cassie ang consequences para sa Lucky South kung hindi mababayaran yung utang kasi nag-demand letter po ang PAGCOR. Sinabi na ng PAGCOR na kinakailangan magbayad sila, otherwise magkakaroon ng consequences sa kanilang lisensya. Pero wala po akong communication dun sa Lucky South. So hindi ko po alam kung anong response ng Lucky South.
Yes, okay. So, nagbayad din mo sila ultimately, no? Mr.
Na-confirm po.
I'm asking Chairman Tenko. Did they able to pay?
Yes, they were able to pay.
Okay.
Congressman.
Was there any payment scheme happen?
Payment scheme?
Yeah, payment scheme arrangement with between PAGCOR and Lucky South 99?
Actually, there was no payment scheme, Congressman Adiong. But on that same day of the meeting, they made a payment of $203,000 that showed that there was good faith on their end to settle. And then over time, I think matter of another 60 days, they were able to settle all their arrears with PAGCOR, Congressman. July, so took them about 6 months to pay off all the balance. So we're looking at close to 300,000 US dollars that was paid over time.
So there was no payment scheme, but there was already a payment that happened.
Yes, at the same.
Was the arrears paid in full or was it in trans?
It was paid in tranches because on that day, I would like to on that day itself, while we were in a meeting, a payment of $203,000 was made. So the balance was paid over time up to January 2024 already.
Mr. Chair. Secretary Roque, I'm sure you know the nature of why Cassie Ong requested your presence in that meeting, am I correct? Though she would not approach you if she wouldn't probably know that you have, you have some, at least your presence is really in need there. Kung sa ordinaryo na tao, hindi naman ho magsasama kung alam na walang impluwensya yung isasama sa opisina. Tama ho ba? So would you know, for example, did Cassandra Ong, I presume, told you about her problems with Mr. Cunanan? And ano po ba yung mga options na nasabi mo sa kanya apart from, say, for example, paying the amount that they need to pay to PAGCOR?
Yung idea po na mag-arrange ng rescheduling para sa mga pagkakautang ay nanggaling sa akin. Dahil ang tanong nga nila is, anong gagawin namin? Nadispalkohan kami, pwede bang idemanda itong Dennis Cunanan? Ang sabi ko, manap kayo ng ibang abogado, hindi ko pwedeng idemanda yan dahil kakilala ko yan. Pero ang alam ko, pwede namang ayusin yan sa pamamagitan nga na paghihingi po ng rescheduling of payment. So nanggaling po yung initiative ng rescheduling of payment sa akin na. At kampante naman po ako na papayag naman po ang PAGCOR basta nga lang merong show of good faith, no, na meron talagang intent to pay at ma-explain lang kung bakit sila na-delay sa pagbabayad dahil bago naman sila na-dispalkohan, wala naman silang problema po sa pagbabayad sa PAGCOR.
Okay. Mr. Chair, at Secretary Roque, you confirmed the Attorney Fernandez's testimony earlier in the previous meeting that you made the follow-ups with PAGCOR regarding the application of Lucky South 99, am I correct?
3 beses po, 2 by text, 1 by telephone call, pero yung telephone call ko po, hindi follow-up. It is only a matter of information na nakahanap na ang Lucky South ng abogado para gumawa ng MPTP na requirement po.
Thank you po. Thank you. Sorry po, Secretary. I'm just wondering po, who requested you to make these follow-ups?
Request po ako ni Cassie Ong kasi ang sabi po niyan, hindi raw niya makontak si Attorney Jessa, no? At totoo naman po, doon sa mga tawag ko, talagang busy-busy si Attorney Jessa. So once po, para tanungin ko kung ano yung kulang pang mga documentation, kasi nga po, request ako ni Cassie na hindi raw niya makontak. So sabi ko, let's see kung makokontak ko naman, baka timing lang yan.
So you're doing this, hired na po kayo as a lawyer of Whirlwind Company?
Opo, nagsimula na po yung kaso kasi 2 weeks after the meeting on July 26, hinire na po niya kami para dun sa ejectment case at ang first task nga po namin is ma-prevent yung execution na inisyu ng Regional Trial Court ng Angeles.
So alam niyo po Mr. Chair, John Chair, Secretary, that these follow-ups are by nature the lacking documents of Lucky South 99 that they need to comply with PAGCOR. This is directly in relation with their application. Apart from paying the RERs, their application as well for a license nung sa newly amended guidelines ng Secretary. So you would know, for example, of the nature of these follow-ups that it pertains also for their application for the IGL license. Am I correct?
Tama po yan kasi ang pinag-aawayan nga po yung possession dun sa lugar na ginagamit for POGO. So, concern po si Cassie as the lessor of Lucky South na kung mawawala naman sila dun sa posisyon, wala na rin silang kontrata dun sa POGO. Kasi nga po, sila yung pinapaalis dun sa possession, sa premises na ginagamit para sa POGO po.
So after, yes po.
That will be your last question, Congressman
Am I be
Adjo.
allowed to continue, Mr. Chair? Or,
So, What is the pleasure of the members?
I will yield my time to Congressman Adiong.
Okay, there's a yielding of his time. So we'll be allowing Congressman Adiong to... Sabagay ko naman ang kasunod si Kit Flores.
Thank you.
This,
Thank you. So,
the Chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Congresswoman Lorna Silverio. You can proceed for another 5 minutes.
thank you, Mr. Chair. So after learning about this lacking of documents in the application of Lucky South 99 PAGCOR, sino po ba ang whom do you report this, Secretary? May mga documents ka ba na pinapresent sa kanila that may probably help them to comply ultimately with the request appeal for a license after you have follow up with the PAGCOR? And you learned about these lacking documents. To whom do you report this po?
Well, Mr. Chair,
Since you are according to you, a lawyer of Whirlwind Company.
Mr. Chair, pinadalan po ako na listahan ng requirements ni Atty. Jessa at yung Viber mismo sa akin ni Atty. Jessa, pinorward ko lang po kay Cassie Ong.
So have you told advice Cassandra Ong that Lucky South 99 must also comply?
Pinorward ko lang po yung text as is mismo ni Atty. Jessa because those were the lacking documents. No?
So, hindi na ako tayo maging abogado as an ordinary person. When you extend something to a person, especially if you know that this is of legal consequence, agree ho kayo doon. Na kasi tinutulungan nyo, kasi you would not help anybody if you don't agree from the very start of the, say for example, of the request or the application. Would that be correct? On a human level perception, would you at least confirm to this representation that you agree and you may as well support the request of Lucky South 99 for their application for the IGL license?
Hindi naman po. Ganito po kasi yan. Yung pumasok kami sa ejectment, may desisyon na, meron ng writ of execution na papaalisin sila. So ang aking tanong, lalaban pa ba tayo sa ejectment? Dahil ang issue dyan is, meron ka pa bang kliyente na uupa in the first place? Kung wala nang uupa sa'yo, bakit ka palalaban doon sa ejectment? At in fact, ngayon po, yan ang problema ng Whirlwind. No? Na kapag natalo sila sa possession, bibigay na namin yung problema sa Pogo doon sa may-ari. So, importanteng malaman din po para malaman ko anong strategy na gagawin namin, no? Kung magkakaroon pa sila ng parokyano doon sa paupahan nila. Dahil ulitin ko po nung kinuha nila ako, meron ng writ of execution. So actually, sabi ko, this is actually a 60-40 na matatalo na tayo, no? Na ang aasahan na lang natin ay mapiprevent natin yung execution. Pero dahil talo na sila at meron ng writ of execution, ang tanong din is it worth it to fight kung wala ka rin namang kliyente at hindi rin mabibigyan ng lisensya? So, pwede ka na mag-surrender kung ganun po.
Well, I think para sa akin ang pagkakaintindi ko po, no, I'm not refuting your claim, Secretary Roque. You're entitled to your own opinion, but I find it very rather peculiar for a person to extend such assistance if from the very start I do not agree and I do not support such request. So masyado ho kayo mabait, Attorney Roque. Now, you in the previous hearing po, Mr. Chair, Secretary, it was your claim that you were acting as for Whirlwind Company because the Whirlwind Company in this case is the agent or the leasee nung Lucky South 99. Am I correct po, Mr. Chair?
Lessor po sila.
Yes.
Ang
sorry.
leasee po ay
correct me,
Lucky
correct.
South.
Yes.
Opo.
So, tama po. Sorry po. So, you confirm that?
Opo, I confirm that po.
So, did you help either of these corporations prepare a contract of agency?
Hindi po, kasi wala naman akong relasyon sa kanilang, wala po akong relationship doon sa contractual agreement between the lessor and the lessee.
So, if there's no proof that there is a contract of agency. See, being you as the lawyer, I presume that you are well knowledgeable about law, and as a lawyer to Whirlwind, you would probably ask Whirlwind Company if there is a contract of agency that signed or took place between these two agencies. Would that be rather peculiar for you not to, at least to review if this kind of a relationship between these two entities, considering that you went extended your effort beyond what your call of duty because you have sorry po, you have, gusto ko lang po maintindihan, because you even went as further as to arrange a meeting with Lucky South 99 and with Pagcor. Hindi nyo ba hiningi, or have you in instance ask for a clear proof and evidence of a contract of agency?
Well, nung punto pong yon, ang alam ko sila ang lessee ng mga cruise. So nakita ko po yung lease contract. Now, sinabi din nila na nagpapaupa sila dyan nga naman in turn sa Lucky South. So nakita ko rin po yung kontrata nila between Whirlwind and Lucky South. So meron po talagang lease contract in turn between Whirlwind and Lucky South. Yun po ang nakita ko.